Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. Today I'm in the kitchen making dinner and I wanted to bring you along. I'm cooking my version of chicken piccata. So I'm going to grab the ingredients and get in the kitchen. I got my apron on, tied halfway, but it's on, and we'll get to cooking. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using for Memaw's chicken piccata. Some chicken breast, lemons, butter, spaghetti, angel hair pasta that is, a little bit of flour, capers, Parmesan cheese, and olive oil. The ingredient list will be down in the description box, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll start by boiling 4 cups of salted water so that we can cook our spaghetti. Now while we wait for our water to boil, and I'll put this on a high heat so that it can go ahead and boil, I'm going to get all my ingredients together for my chicken. Here are the seasonings we'll be using: garlic powder, adobo, Italian seasoning, pepper, and salt. Now I'm going to pull my chicken out. I'm going to cut the fat off first. It doesn't look like there's much on this chicken. And then we'll cut this in half lengthwise, wash it, and get ready to season it. Now I've left these chicken breasts partially frozen because it makes it easier to slice or to cut into them. The chicken doesn't give so much. When the chicken is fully thawed, it's kind of hard to work with, but with a good sharp knife and a partially frozen chicken breast, you can cut that thing right in half really easily. That's my tip for the day. So once I get the chicken breast cut in half lengthwise, I'm going to rinse them off with some good salted water, and I'll do that off camera, and bring them back and get them ready to be seasoned. In the meanwhile, my water is boiling and I'm going to get my spaghetti on to cook. It'll take about 8 to 10 minutes for the spaghetti to cook, based on how well you like your spaghetti. Now I'm using the pot-sized spaghetti angel hair pasta because my family likes the angel hair pasta for this particular recipe. And I like the pot size because then I don't have to do a whole lot of breaking and carrying on to get that spaghetti to fit into my pot. So I'm going to give this a good stir so that it doesn't stick together, and we'll get back to the chicken. So the chicken has been washed, and now I'm going to pound it out just a little bit with my meat mallet just to make it even across the board. It won't be thick on one side and then thin on the other. Hopefully this will make it all even across the whole chicken breast. It also tenderizes the chicken just a little bit. You know, chicken breast can sometimes be stringy. We don't like stringy chicken breasts. So either you can soak them in buttermilk or you can hammer them out like I'm doing here to make sure that they're nice and tender. Now that I've gotten that portion done with my meat, let's go ahead and season it. Now I'm going to season it on one side with all the seasonings that I pulled out before I turn it over, because I don't want to handle the chicken too much. I also like using this particular cutting board because I can bleach this cutting board and I can kill any germs that a chicken may leave behind. So I'm going to go ahead and finish seasoning this side of the chicken, flip it over, and season the other side. Now that this side of the chicken has been fully seasoned, I'm going to go ahead and sift a little bit of all-purpose flour on it and massage it in just a little bit. Then I will go ahead, since I have my hand on the chicken, and flip the chicken over, and we'll season the next side. Now, I have a habit of wiping off all of my seasoning bottles after I've handled anything. So don't be alarmed if you see me handling the chicken and handling my bottles. I'm going to clean it all off in the end. Now that the chicken is all seasoned and ready to go and the spaghetti is boiling, let's go ahead and add some olive oil to our heavy bottom skillet, and we'll heat that on a medium-high heat and start to fry our chicken. When you are cooking for a big family, and we have 6 people in our home, you usually have to cook large quantities. So, I'm cooking my chicken in batches. The chicken is not being cooked to complete doneness the first time in the pan. We're just browning it. Then, when we get the sauce made, we'll add the chicken back to the pan and simmer it in the sauce. This accomplishes 2 things. It completely cooks the chicken, and it gets those flavors all into that chicken from the sauce. Okay, so the chicken is now browning, and while that's browning, let's go ahead and work with the ingredients for the sauce. I'm going to set my chicken aside so that I can get to my sauce ingredients. Those ingredients are real simple. They are lemon juice, olive oil, butter, chicken broth, and capers. And I'll use a little bit of flour to thicken it as I need to. I see my chicken is getting brown on that side, so I'm going to flip it over before I start messing with the sauce. So let me get these flipped over because they'll be done in no time, at least browned in no time. I'll pull them out of the pan and set them aside. Now it's time, I believe, to get to the sauce. Now the chicken is browned on each side, but not cooked all the way through. We'll remove it from the pan and work on making the sauce. But before I do that, I want to invite you to become a subscriber to my channel. And I want to thank those who are already subscribers. We're building a great community here, and I look forward to your comments, and I love making comments with you and having a little conversation. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the notification bell so that you'll know when I post a new video. For 2024, I think I'll try 2 videos a week if my schedule permits. You know I'm a working Memaw, so I have to work it in my schedule. But please comment below any recipes you'd like to see me prepare, and I want to thank you for supporting my channel. Anyway, my spaghetti's done. Let's rinse it off and get that in the colander and get back to our sauce. So in the oil that's left in the pan from browning the chicken, I'm going to put a little bit of flour so that we can have a thickness to our sauce. And it's maybe a tablespoon of flour I'm going to sift over into my pan. And I'll get this cooked for about a minute because I want it to cook the flour taste out before I get the rest of the ingredients in. So while the flour is finishing up cooking, I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic. That's right out the jar. I didn't have time to mince it today. And I will add my lemon juice and some chicken broth. I'm only adding about 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and my chicken broth, I will add that to kind of get the sauce to the thickness that I'd like for it to be. And my chicken broth is not out of a container. It is really water with better than bouillon because I like better than bouillon. I like the taste of it. So I've added a little bit of water and better than bouillon, and that's my chicken broth. Now I'll add my chicken back into the pan with the sauce and let it cook for about 10 minutes. So I've covered my chicken and I've let it cook for about 7 minutes because it looked like it was done. And now it's time to add the capers. The capers are the last thing to add. And they really do add a good flavor to the sauce. And they don't add that flavor until you actually bite into them. So I added my capers, and now I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese to the sauce, to the chicken, and let it melt. Okay, the Memaw's chicken piccata is done. Let's go ahead and serve up our pasta, get that on the plate, and plate our chicken. So this is our dinner for today. I've served that with a side Caesar salad. You can also serve it with something like broccoli or any other green vegetables you might like. It was delicious and my family enjoyed it. I thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And comment down below what you'd like to see me prepare. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Y'all be blessed. Bye.